Shelter house. One of the projects for this trimester was to design a shelter house. The client for this house is a person with some kind of trauma that needs a place to rest and recover. The house is located in front of a plaza, and it has two similar lots on both sides of it. At the end of this plaza there are two big vertical office buildings, and behind them the ocean. The house needs to have at least the following requirements: a big library and study, a gym, a workshop space, and an apartment with dormitory, bathroom, dining room, kitchen, and living room. The workshop is a place where the person can develop a relaxing activity in which he or she can occupy their time. I chose an internal greenhouse to be my workshop because I think that planting and growing flowers and plants is a very good hobby for a person who needs to pass time resting and recovering. Because of my workshop, I also decided to add a big garden to the house, so the person could show its flowers and work to visitors. The main concept of my house is to create a big central space, in this case the garden, and all the other spaces surrounding it. All the spaces in the house are integrated, allowing visual connection between them and also with the central space. To create these integrated spaces, I can't use interior walls because they would separate one space from another, so I decided to use columns and beams as my structural system. With the use of this system, I can support the four flowers of my house perfectly without compromising visual and spatial connections. I used a few non-varying walls to separate those spaces that needed privacy, such as bathrooms and the dormitory. Because I chose a greenhouse as my workshop and also added a garden, I needed a lot of light inside my house. That's why I used plenty of glass in it. To support the glass covering of the greenhouse, which is very big, I used a steel reticular structure. And finally, for the rest of the house, the exterior walls, columns, and beams, I used concrete because it's a material that will avoid the heat from the greenhouse to enter the house. I think that this house is a very adequate place to live in and rest. It has a lot of green spaces that allows the client to be in contact with nature and relax.